Hello Keith, welcome to the Big Picture Cafe here in Tallaght. Thanks for coming along. You've had great success as a solo artist today. What inspired you to work with a group?
Well, it's something I actually always wanted to do from like my inception as a musical being. I only really ever played solo because I couldn't quite find the kind of most compatible people to work with until my merry men, the Tightrope Walkers, came into being. So that was really, it was like a long-standing desire really to play within a group. And I think that got even stronger when I realised some of the limitations that are involved in playing solo, not only musically, but also from a kind of even from a performance like standpoint, and also from a kind of like projecting yourself. Like I would feel more comfortable within a group framework. Some singers are the opposite, and they're kind of maybe a bit more egomaniacal.
The fact that you
Egomaniacal is a word.
the fact that you can't drive either also helps.
How do you know that? How do you know that? Says he who I write.
I did my research.
Oh, very good, very good. You're right.
Bands like the Smiths, XTC, and the Super Furry Animals influence you. Why is that the case, and how have they affected your musical style?
Well, the Smiths were like my kind of year zero, like scorched earth. From the beginning, like from when I heard them, that was kind of the what's the word? It was like my impetus for starting to play in the first place.
A catalyst.
Catalyst, exactly. That is an even better word. I think, you know, most people have that kind of that moment where they can kind of pinpoint what was the starting point. That really like was the catalyst for them going forward. And the Smiths were that for me. Super Furries and Supergrass obviously heard a bit later on, and I just loved their great songs, great live bands as well, and also I love the way that they played. Like they wrote pop songs, but played them in a really kind of the quite unpredictable or unexpected way of kind of filtering pop music through their kind of through the sound. So quite what's the word? It's a kind of a more kind of daring and outlandish take on pop songs, as opposed to the kind of the airbrushed, slick, horrible stuff.
Yeah, great. I've heard you've been in the studio recently with the Tightrope Walkers. Can you tell us about the new recordings? What can people expect?
Well, we've been recording, like we've got two modes as a band, an acoustic format and an electric, and we've been kind of trying to capture some of the acoustic flavour, which enables us to kind of record more material quicker, because obviously when you're recording acoustically, and what we've done is we've actually recorded simultaneously, like instead of tracking each part laboriously piece by piece. So I think the latest recordings are probably more raw and more have more of a live spirit to them.
Can I ask you, if you were stuck in a desert island, what would be the 3 records you'd bring with you?
Oh, just 3. Oh man, seriously, that's gonna have to. We're gonna have to widen that remit somehow, make it 30. 3 on a desert island. See, the tricky thing about that question is, I could pick 3 records, but would they suit being listened to on a desert island? Like my favorite album is Dogman Star by Suede, but it's such a nocturnal album, and I'd want something balmy for the desert. I'm expecting the desert island would be very kind of.
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
I'll choose 3 kind of albums that I think would, be most kind of compatible for a desert island setting. Okay, I'm going to go with Cosmic Thing with the B-52s. It's an amazing record, and it's a real summer kind of album. Probably the Stone Roses debut album, because again, it's such an effervescent kind of summery kind of record. And another one would be, oh God, so many. I'm going to go with. There literally are so many, but I'm going to go with Once Upon a Time, the first singles collection by Susie and the Banshees.
Great. All right. Thanks, Keith, for coming in and playing to us. And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Likewise.
Drinking to belong to the stupid throngs. Yeah, beer fountain there, monumental, fully grown adults in your childish cuts, nation of inebriation. Wild is the war outside our door. Let's not let it melt us more. If you're underage, store your rising rage. At 16 they let you unleash it, swapping your brain cells for a prison cell. And those nights of hell in the toilet. Wild is the war outside our door. Let's not let it melt us more. Strolling arm in arm till drunks do us harm. Shouting, swearing, throwing bottles. Parents want no booze, drunk under their roofs, unless it's them getting blood. Wild is the war outside our door. Let's not let it melt us more. Wild is the war outside our door. Let's not let it melt us more. Like the hordes outside our door.